Let's take a look at the cancer slowly making its way through the gaming community, from developers to players, from Reddit to the forums to the actual in-game chats themselves. Meet Jeff Hoogland, everyone. He's a professional, unquote, Magic player. As you can see, he's playing Magic Arena. And he's about to tell you why you need to conform to his required speech, and why you specifically need to not use words that he deems problematic. Let's listen.
Here's the thing, because I have a lot of very, let's call them right-leaning family members, and they like to throw hissy fits when I bring up stuff like that too. Like, let's not call something cancer, or like, let's not be an asshole. Even if you don't think it's a big deal to call something in Magic cancer, it could be a big deal for somebody else. And even if you don't think it's a big deal, but it hurts somebody else, if you can improve another person's life at literally no cost to yourself. It doesn't cost you anything to stop calling something cancer, and if by stopping using that term and that vernacular improves someone else's life and doesn't cost you anything to do it, you're an asshole if you don't want to make other people's lives better at no cost to yourself.
Now let's talk about that for a second. Jeff says he has family and friends who are right-leaning, which could mean anything from voting for Rand or Ron Paul to literally being slightly left of center. Jeff seems like the type of person, the socially stunted, the vertically challenged, like me, individual who firmly believes that he has the right to tell you how to live your life, how to talk. Because Jeff is one of those people who believes that his preferred speech somehow trumps yours. Jeff is one of those people who thinks using the term hissy fit when he's about to throw a goddamn hissy fit is acceptable, because he's not insulting anybody whose feelings actually matter. And of course, there's this whole, it doesn't affect you to just be a little nicer to people. Well, I'm not going to walk around in life wondering, hey, if I say this word, will this offend anyone around me? Because I'm not going to be forced, and no one should be, to not use a colloquialism, to not use a word that within the current language is maybe not acceptable, but it's definitely commonly used. And people want to throw a fit over the use of, say, cancer when speaking about something that is, well, not exactly the best in terms of gameplay when it comes to video games, flavor of the month, stuff like that. AIDS meaning the exact same thing, because you're going to offend people who have AIDS, or you're going to offend people who have cancer. When you say, that's pretty gay, you're not saying, you're not insulting a gay person, you're saying that's pretty stupid. These are all colloquialisms. These are all, within the vernacular, synonyms for stupid. Are they couth? No, not really, even, I'll grant you that. But to sit there and tell people, you need to speak like this so that you don't offend anyone. Jeff, I don't know if you know this, but if you're offended, the problem is with you because you choose to be offended, especially when you choose to be offended on behalf of others. Let's continue.
Gender neutral pronouns are another thing where, regardless about if you think they're a big deal or not anyways, someone else's life is potentially improved by you using gender neutral pronouns in general. So whenever possible, you should use gender neutral pronouns because it doesn't hurt you to use gender neutral pronouns, and it potentially makes someone else's life better. So if you are a decent, good person, you should want to do everything possible that doesn't cause you any stress or extra work and improve someone else's life.
Doesn't put any more stress on you. Well, guess what? If I have to walk around life wondering, man, if I use he with this person, will that person lose their freaking mind because I didn't use the right pronoun? If I use she, will they lose their mind? Or do I have to start memorizing all 9,325 trillion genders that each one of these snowflakes seems to think exists? I have to memorize everybody's little gender pronoun because I don't want to offend anyone. Screw that. He, she. Those are the only two gender pronouns that matter when dealing directly with, well, talking about someone. Okay? If you think you're some kind of otherkin or dragonkin, guess what? That's a mental issue. And it's a mental issue that says your parents didn't beat you enough. Okay? You are not some special snowflake. Your parents should have done a better job telling you that your opinion is shit. It is absolute garbage. Reality does not cater to the whims of the weak-willed. Evolution itself does not cater to the weak. If you are spending so much time wondering, well, how can I be offended here? That's a problem with you, and you need to fix yourself. I'm not going to go out of my way to go, what are your gender pronouns? Because a lot of people like to go, well, gender is fluid, and today I feel like, well, I don't give a shit, sweetie. No one gives a shit. Your boss doesn't give a shit. The welfare office does not give a shit. Maybe your parents give a shit only insofar as it shuts you the hell up while you're hiding in their basement. I don't know. What I can tell you is that no sane thinking person gives a shit. They're going to look at you. They're going to assume male or female. They're not going to care if you say, my gender pronouns are zir and whatever the hell you want to say. They're going to say, okay, you have a penis? No? Cool. She. You are a biological woman. But this is the cancer inundating Wizards of the Coast. The cancer starting to manifest within Blizzard Entertainment with the whole Heroes of the Storm and Overwatch policies. EA is starting to get into it. Ubisoft starting to get into it. This is the problem. It's not me saying something you don't like, because quite frankly, I don't care and nobody does. We're not going to change our way of talking just to please someone who thinks that they're a special little snowflake.
It's free for you and improves someone else's life, then you should do it unless you're a fucking asshole. If something costs you nothing to do and it makes someone else's life better, you should do it if you are a decent person. Hey, look at this. Look at this. Fuck the critical correctness bullshit. Look, I have a welcoming message for you. You don't think people should be welcome here because you want to talk however you want? Fuck you. You're not welcome here. Get out of my chat. It's not political correctness. It's called being a decent fucking human being. Damn it.
There's the hissy fit I was talking about, by the way. Remember how he was telling you, people on the right in my family throw hissy fits? What you just saw was a man-child literally throwing a hissy fit because you didn't conform to what he wanted. Sure, it's his stream. He can ban you for whatever reason he wants. Doesn't make him right. Sure as shit makes him look like an idiot. And sure as shit, he looks like that was pretty funny to watch. I don't have any respect for him. I don't think anybody after watching that has any respect for him. It's a man-child. It's the stereotypical man-child. The thinning hair, the neck beard. Better, admittedly, the neck beard better kept than most other people, but that's not the point. This is what people like this do. They throw a fit and then they go, why does everybody hate us? Why won't you do what I want? Because you're a beta male. You command no respect. I'm not going to follow you when your response to it is to literally jump up and down in the air like you're a goddamn Trigglypuff because nobody's conforming to what you want. You can ban people from your stream all you want. Nobody's saying you can't. I would, however, like to see how he responds to people in real life who say, Jeff, you're pretty cancerous. Your way of thinking is pretty AIDS. Maybe Jeff does need gender-neutral pronouns, because I can't think of a man who literally would have done that except some beta male soy milk drinking motherfucker who thinks that literally screaming because somebody said, I don't like political correctness. How dare you? How dare you offend my sensibilities? It's not political correctness. It's being a decent human being. No, what's being a decent human being would be beating these people until they realize that that's not how you act like a decent human being. I mean, let's be honest here. No decent human being is running around throwing a tantrum because they don't like what someone says. Doesn't matter if you're on the political left or the political right. You are trying to force people to think like you. You are trying to force people to speak the way you want them to speak. That doesn't make you right. That makes you a fascist. That makes you the one trying to maintain a grip on what little power you have because you've never had the self-esteem to do anything like this in real life. You are the type of person who, unless he has 10 or 12 people behind him saying, yeah, you tell him, Jeff, you sit there and you look down, okay, well, I guess that, okay, I don't want to fight you. You are a beta male. You are cancer. If we actually held to evolution, you would have been culled by now. You would have been left in the woods with the wolves. Like 2 years ago. Evolution. We can help it along at any point, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying. Don't be a Jeff, ladies and gentlemen. Don't throw a fucking fit just because somebody didn't use your preferred pronoun. Be a contributing member of society. And then maybe, just maybe, someone will take you seriously.